Maloalele, tomati tortoi. I know. I couldn't find a Tongan book anywhere in my bookshelf. I did look, but I apologize. I do not have a Tongan book for today. It is Tongan Language Week, so that's why I said maloelele. Can you say that? Maloelele. It's a great greeting from Tonga. But I did find a book by Selina Tusitala Marsh called Mophead, which is an awesome book. And Selina is part Samoan. She's part Samoan and Tuluvian, Scottish, English. She's got a varied ancestry. And she talks about that in this awesome book called Mophead, and that I'm going to read for you today. So here we go. Mophead. When I was 10, I was teased for having big hair. Not just thick, curly hair, but wild afakasi hair. Afakasi equals being Samoan and something else. His mum, dad, and Selina, me. I got thick, wavy hair from my Samoan Tuvaluan mum, and thin, curly hair from my New Zealand, Scottish, English, French dad. So her mum was Samoan and Tuvaluan. I think I might have said that wrong in the introduction. And her dad was Scottish, English, and French. What a mixture. Here's a cool example of the different types of hair. Straight plus curly plus thin plus curly equals. My hair was so wild it defied gravity. It didn't come back down to earth. So big it wouldn't fit under hats or caps. It broke the cute bows and clips other girls wore. Kids called me Mophead. Oh, that's mean. I was tall, skinny, and brown, like the mop in our garage. It smelled of old socks. The mop had a head made from hundreds of cotton threads and a long body made of wood. Being called Mophead made me feel bad. I bet it did. It's not nice calling people names. I tried to ignore the teasing, but it just got louder. I cut it. Some kids called me Fuzzy Wuzzy, Gollywog. I wore it in plaits, like Pippi Longstocking. Some kids called me Pippi Blackstocking. So I tied it back in a tight bun. No one called me anything then. I was the same. But we're not made to be the same. At home, I'd let my hair out and be a champion rider. Go, Black Beauty! A chart-topping singer. Ain't no mountain high enough. Or a record-breaking explorer. Come on, Ed! But at school, it was a different story. Then one day, a famous poet visited our school. Hey guys, I'm Sam. He was tall and thin. He had wild hair and wild words. They know the way a mountain laughs. Look how cool that is. That's his face and the words coming out of his face. Cool pictures, eh? Sam was not the same. He loved being different. Look at the school policy. School policy on stick men. It said that children should not use stick figures when they draw, and yet the kids loved it too. Bye, Sam. Write me a poem. Do you think he brushes his hair? Look what she's thinking. Could I do that? Stay free, kids. Looks like Sam might have been a bit of an inspiration. We were the same, kind of different. Tall, tick, thin, wild hair, sings words, red car, no, dog called minstrel, no. Few things the same. That's when I decided I wouldn't be tied back. I was going wild. Yeah, go wild. Be you, Selina. I wore my hair wild at high school. Mophead's been made head girl, but she didn't even campaign for it. And she's not in proper school uniform. Really? I recognize those patterns. I wore it wild at university. Doesn't she get her head chopped off? Look at Medusa rocking her curls. Oh, doesn't she get her head chopped off? I searched for other wild women. Here's a list of books by female authors. Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Zora Neale, Alice Walker, Bell Hooks, Gloria Anzaldúa, Angela Davis, Andre Lorde, Sojourner Truth, Chandra Talbad Mahanti, Barbara Smith, Arlene Griffin, Sonia Sanchez, Cherry Moraga, Vanessa Griffin, Grace Nichols, Queen Lily Uakalani and Queen Salote. She did a lot of reading. I discovered the wild words of Pacific Island women poets. How cool. Maloalele, Konai, Tonga. Talofalava, Mamui, Samoa. Hello, Julie, Solomon Islands. Hello, Grace, Vanuatu. Aloha, Huanani K from Hawaii. I wish I'd met these poets when I was at school. Maybe others still could. So I wrote a PhD thesis on them. It's a very important university paper, what you write when you're at university. I wrote lots about their poetry and wondered, could I do that? Here's some speech bubbles. It's your first book. Maybe you shouldn't rhyme so much. But I like rhyming. And the award for the best first book is A Fast-Talking PI by Selina Tusitala Marsh. Might have to look that book up. Fast-Talking PI. People liked my words and invited me to do cool stuff. Wow, you've been invited to write and perform a poem for the Queen in London. It's formal. You'll need to tie your hair back. Cool. How did you memorize that long poem? Yes, it's my job, Your Majesty. I'm a poet. Yes, I suppose it is. Well done. Wow, His Highness in Samoa wants to hear the fast-talking PI poem. Cool. It's formal. You'll need to tie your hair back. Tusitala, you're our fast-talking chief of poetry. Just doing my job, Your Highness. I'm a poet. Take this food. You may need it one day. Wow. You've been invited to meet the first black US president, Barack Obama. Cool. It's formal. You'll need to tie your hair back. How did you get poetry past my security? It's my job, Mr. President. I'm a poet. Wow, you've been chosen to be New Zealand's poet laureate. Cool. It's formal. You'll need to tie your hair back. Yeah, nah. St. Joseph's welcomes the New Zealand Poet Laureate. Dear Dr. Marsh, you're the 11th laureate. Are you the first woman? Nope, I'm the 5th woman. Dr. Marsh, are you the youngest? Nope, I'm the 2nd youngest. Are you the one with the biggest hair, miss? What do you think? I'm also the first Pacific Island Poet Laureate. Now, a poet laureate is a special poet that's been asked by the government to write poems and perform them for special occasions. What do you have to do, miss? Share poetry? Don't you do that already? Yep. But I get a toko toko. A what? Aotearoa, New Zealand is the only country in the world to give their poet laureates toko toko, a carved Māori walking stick. Poets give artist Jacob Scott special things to carve into their own toko toko. I gave Jacob the foo. When Samoan talking chiefs speak, they whisk the foo in the air to shoo the flies away. Real and imaginary ones. When Jacob unveiled his creation at the Poet Laureate ceremony, I recognized an old friend. The toko toko had a head made from hundreds of coconut fibers and a long body made of wood. How special. Everybody was amazed. We sang, danced, laughed, chanted, recited, ate, drank, cried, prayed. After the celebration, I brought my toko toko home to Waiheke Island. Puhi, the deckhand, had been waiting for us. She had tears in her eyes when she saw the toko toko's beauty. I began telling its tale when... Ha ha! Look at that! Look, Mum, that lady's got a mop. How dumb. It was a boy. I tried to ignore him, but he just got louder. It's a big hairy mop. What's she going to do with a mop? What's she going to do? Mop the boat? Ha 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 ha. I turned to face the boy. It's not a mop. It's a toko toko. A what? Do you want to hear a story? Okay. When I was 10, the end. Isn't that a cool book? A great autobiography picture book about Selina Tusitala Marsh's life. And here we've got some words that are in this story, or that are Pacific Island words that we can learn. Ka pai e hoa, well done, my friend. Ufa atu, which is Tongan, love to you. Kia manuia, best wishes, that's from Rarotonga. Malolava, well done, Samoan. Whakatolafa atu, thank you, Samoan. Tui atu tupua tamasisi tupu olo taisi efi, a member of Samoa's royal line of chiefly families, former prime minister and head of state. Okay. Cool. And it's got some special thanks there. Oh, and look, in the back of the book, we've got some pictures of pictures of Selina. Here's her with her toko toko, look. Hasn't she got beautiful hair? Must have been when she graduated from university. Oh, there's her with Sam Hunt. Sam Hunt is a famous New Zealand poet. So he was the one who inspired her when he came to her school. This book, Mophead, is in our library at Flaxmere Primary. So if you want to have a look at it at some point, you can get it out. So I just wanted to have a look at it because he liked the look of the cover. It's cool. Okay, well, have a great day. Enjoy Tongan Language Week. Ka kite.